Let's talk today about the difference in the way that a projector, a generator and a manigen will approach their goals, okay? Now, this is something that I've been looking into this week. My name's Gail. I am a self-projected projector by Human Design. I love all things human design, and every Thursday I drop in a video with a reflection linked to human design, and around how it's shown up in my life, or something that's kind of come up for me as I've gone through the week. And sometimes that can be back to basics, sometimes that can be digging deep, sometimes that's just something that's come up that I've kind of gone, I need to know more about that. And there's been a couple of things this week, to be fair, but the real key one for me this week was understanding the difference between a projector, a manigen and a generator, and how they should, don't like the word should, how they would approach goals and goal setting if they were aligned to their design. Now, I focus on projector, generator, manigen simply because generators and manigens tend to be in my life. I don't tend to come across very many manifestors or reflectors. So I am a self-projected projector, and generators and manigens are around me, so that's what I study. Now, as a self-projected projector, this is one of the tools that I use to truly embody and align with my design. So talking things through, speaking things out, doing my research, and then in effect telling you that research, sharing that research with you, sharing what I found out, is an activation for myself. So through, if you know anything about a self-projected projector, we hear our truth in our own voice. So when I'm speaking, the tone of my voice, the frequency, the excitement in my voice, how my voice feels in my body tells me that I am on the right path, the wrong path, whatever. So this is literally a free flow. I am literally just going to download and see what comes through. I do have my research in front of me as a little kind of plot line, if you like. But other than that, I'm just going to let whatever comes out, come out. So let's get started. Okay, so I have been struggling, I don't like that word. I have been not aligned to goals and things that I want in my life. So there's a little voice over here that's going, these are all the things that you want, and these are all the things that would make life amazing, and these are all the things that you should do. And then my body is stuck. My body isn't doing the things that I want it to do to live my best life. And that's led me down a lot of different ways of looking into I'm going to say goal setting. It's not goal setting. I want to say manifesting. It's not manifesting, because when you dig into how this works, neither of those words seem to fit. So I'm just going to I'm going to read through my notes. I'm going to let it take me where it takes me. This is clearly, as I just said in my little intro, as a self-projected projector, the fact that I am saying this out loud is for a few reasons. I want to embody this. I want to hear my truth in this. I want my body to hear what I am saying. I want my body to feel what I am saying so that I can move forwards, okay? So for me and for you, there is a massive manifestation tool that we have. And being a self-projected projector, I focus on this tool quite a lot, and that is the throat center. The throat center in human design is literally your tool for manifestation. This is how you put sound and frequency really powerfully out into the world, okay? So that's why I do this. So, okay, let's just kind of run through my notes and see where we go. So, for a projector, okay, first of all, from my research, okay, and from what I understand about human design and what I have taken away, and don't get me wrong, guys, while I have been studying this for more than 5 years now, I am by no means an expert. I come back round and I learn different nuances, because we only pick up the pieces that we're meant to pick up at any possible time. So you might watch this and you might resonate with 2 pieces of information right now, and you might go and put those into your life and they might help you massively, right? And in 2 years' time, you might come back to this video and pick up another 6 snippets because they didn't resonate with where you were at the time. You weren't able, in the frequency that you were living on, to hear the other points at that time. So I don't believe that at any point any of us can be an expert in human design. I don't even believe Ra was when he downloaded it. Who knew if he was meant to download more after that initial he downloaded this piece and amazing, let's put that piece into the world. But what if there was more to come, but he wasn't here for it, Who the hell knows? I don't know, you don't know, let's just ride this wave, right? So, in my opinion, from the research I've done right here, right now, is that none of us as in projectors, generators, manigens, bearing in mind they're the ones I study, okay? And I know a manifestor is probably the exception to this. None of us are meant to set goals. We're not focused on the outcome, the result. It is none of our business. The only business of ours is right here, right now, in this moment, and what we are doing and what our energy is pushing us towards, okay? So, bear that in mind as I am talking, because I am having to use a language that involves goals and manifesting. However, I don't totally believe in them, and you will understand that as this unfolds. Wow, this is bigger than what I thought it was going to be. I really didn't think I would ramble on like this for this one. However, self-projected projector, I am a rambler. These things are just coming through. I can't control it. They are just coming from that goddamn G center and up and out into the world. Okay, projectors. Your goal isn't a goal, it is an invitation. We like that word, don't we, projectors? We like to feel invited. We like to be invited, okay? You don't force or chase, you open a channel and you invite it to you. So when we're talking about manifestation and things like that, and we talk about magnetism, okay, that is the projector. The projector magnetizes the things to them, okay, by being in a frequency, being in an energy, being in an environment that invites the thing to them, okay? Let me explain. So let's talk about money, okay? If you are living in a frequency, environment, world where you believe you will never have enough money, your invitation to receive more money is not there. You haven't got an open invite for more money to come. You're not inviting more money into your world. You're blocking it and you're saying, no, thank you. I won't ever have enough money, so I'm not inviting more money into my world. You've blocked that channel, okay? Generator. A goal for you is different. You're not focused on the outcome. This isn't, hey, I want to be a millionaire in a year's time and set that goal and go after it. That doesn't work for your energy. What your energy is about is what you're responding to in the moment and stacking sacral yeses on top of sacral yeses on top of sacral yeses. And eventually, your sacral yeses will take you, they will build momentum, and you will create a path towards being a millionaire in a year's time. But you have to take it step by step by step, okay? So, in this moment, do I want to go to work or sit on my bum and watch telly? If and the sacral yes will come through and it'll be like, yes, we want to go to work, we want to earn some money. Okay, that's step one. That's your stacked one sacral yes. You'll get another sacral yes and another sacral yes. And I don't mind in this conversation talking about overarching plot lines. So I have lots of different kind of methodologies and analogies around all this kind of stuff. And one of them is writing your own life story, being the author of your life. And an author will plan out plot lines. So we're going from here and we're going to go there. Okay, we're going from here to there. And what is none of your business as a generator is the steps that it takes to get to there. That's none of your business. What it is I am here, I am going there, and I will stack sacral yes on top of sacral yes on top of sacral yes, and it will take me to the desired outcome. And by the way, while we're on that, you cannot ever know where you are going to end up. You have no idea. Your life is not just one plot line that just goes straight like that. You have no idea what is going to come in. You know, you have no idea if you are going to walk to work tomorrow and someone's going to say to you, my God, you have a look that I want to photograph. And then they're going to photograph you, and all of a sudden that photograph, you know, earns you millions. You know, you have no idea what is going to cross your path. So being focused on the ultimate end goal is, in my mind, absolutely a waste of your energy and none of your business. I'm pretty sure in this video you can totally see when I'm speaking my truth, because when I am truly in alignment with what I'm saying, because my passion just kind of comes through. Anyway, okay, I am only on page 1. I am not even through page 1 yet, guys. I am so sorry. Anyway, okay, so I am just focusing at the moment. So I did a little bit of research just on the projector and the generator. That then evolved into Manigen. So if you are in Manigen, hang in. But let me just I have to work through my notes and see what comes through, because there's lots of little tidbits that are coming out as I'm going. Okay, so if a projector thinks of their goal, their direction, their pathway, however you want to word it, in the same way as a generator does, the projector is going to feel stuck. They're going to feel guilty for not doing enough. The generator wants to be consistent energy, stacking the thing on top of the thing, on top of the thing, on top of the thing. Now, if the projector goes, I'm going to do this one thing and I'm going to repeat it over and over and over and over and over and over, I'm going to do it every day, the projector will start to feel stuck. They'll start to feel guilty. They'll not want to do it. They'll not feel good enough. All this stuff is going to impact their motivation. So they're going to be misaligned, okay? In the same way, if a generator decides to I invite in lots of money. Don't get me wrong, it's not just about that. There's more to come. But if the generator sits back and goes, I'm just going to invite in money, they're going to feel powerless. They're going to feel passive. They're not going to be aligned. Okay. So, digging into the generator and projector kind of vibe. Okay. A lot of this, I'm speaking words. I am saying words at you. But it really is about the feeling that these words activate, that the different, the slight differences between the different vibes. Okay, so generators. Okay, you need something to respond to. So life presents you with a question. Do I go in the gym, or do I go in the bath? Okay? You are going to get a sacral response. Okay? Your sacral is going to be like, yes, we're off in the gym, let's do it. Okay? And then you get that sacral response, you follow that sacral response. Because it was a sacral response, afterwards you feel so satisfied about it that you decide you're going to do it again tomorrow. And there the stacking starts. Now, if you go, am I going for a workout, or am I going in the bath? And your sacral goes, yes, let's work out. But your head goes, oh, I can't be bothered. Here's the reasons that logically I can't do this right now. I'll go for a bath. You'll get your bath. You'll get out of the bath. It will not feel in any way, shape or form satisfying. Okay, so you will therefore make the decision that tomorrow, when that question arises, you will go in the gym. Okay, do you see how it works? And you will then consistently stack gym visits on top of each other, on top of each other, on top of each other, until you have the body of your dreams. Okay? Projectors, you will receive recognition that something in your life isn't right. You will recognize that something isn't feeling good, okay? So you begin to recognize that your body doesn't feel good. It aches, it feels unfit, it feels heavy, it feels sluggish, okay? And that, when you recognize that, that becomes an invitation for you to change. So I recognize that my body doesn't feel right cracking right now. So I use that as an invitation to tell me that I need to change my frequency. Okay. Okay. So then we need to invite this fit body in. We need to invite this fit body in. And the first thing we need to do that is to make sure our channels are open, to make sure we are magnetic, okay? If our head or if our world, if our beliefs are saying, I will never be fit. I will never be fit again. I can't go in the gym. I'm too unhealthy to even begin. These are all blockages that are blocking you being able to invite in that fit body. So we have to get rid of those, clear those, but get them out of our aura, out of our frequency, okay? And we have to feel safe, feel seen. We have to feel safe to actually allow in the thing that we want. So if you have fear around that, so for example, we're using the fit body. So if you are scared of getting an ultra fit body because of what your friends and family might think of you, then that makes getting an ultra fit body not safe. So that means your invite is pointless because you won't feel safe. So the invite, the fit body, cannot come to you, okay? And then once we've overcome and realigned and changed the frequency of all that, we literally follow our feelings in a similar way to the generator, but the generator is very much a sacral yes. This for the projector, it's more about fun, having fun, playing with the energy, playing in the energy, you know? If I want a fit body, I'm going to go have a play and see what it feels like to go lift weights. I'm going to go have fun lifting weights. I'm going to jump on my spin bike and I'm going to run and I'm going to row and I'm going to have so much fun while I'm doing this. And it's about that play energy, that fun energy. Whew! Okay, so we're going to move into the 3. I'm going to start bringing in the Money-gens now. Sorry if you've been waiting. Okay, let's do it. So I have created like a sentence, a description, a line that links to each one to try and define the differences in the energy. And one of the real key things here, guys, is when you go out into the world and you follow someone who is teaching how to go after your goals, how to manifest, okay? Be really aware of your vibe before you pay for the course. Because if they're going to teach you how to manifest or how to go after your goals in a manifester way, which I know I've not discussed, then that course is going to be a waste of money for you. If you are a projector and you are going to go on a course which is a generator vibe course, it's going to be a waste of money. So knowing this is really important, okay? For me, knowing this is really important so that I can make sure that I am aligned to my energy. As a projector, I push into your energy and I absorb your energy. So if I am of the vibe of setting goals in that moment in a generator or a Money-gen way, then I am out of alignment with my own true superpower and my own magnetism. But the problem is because I take on when you are in my proximity, because I take on your energy, I can think that that is my way of doing it and it can light me up and it can excite me. But ultimately, it's not going to get me to the goal and it's not going to make me feel aligned. Okay, right, 3 statements. Projectors, I open the channel and I welcome it in. Generators, I build an outcome by stacking sacral yes on top of sacral yes. Okay? Manigens. I feel the yes and then I leap, I skip steps and I course correct as I go. Okay, so the Manigen and the generator. The only difference really is levels of excitement and pivotability. Okay, so the Manigen and the generator both need something to respond to. Okay, so when we're talking earlier on about, you know, life presents something to the generator and they respond to it. So do I work out or do I not? That same thing will come up for a Manigen, and the Manigen will have a sacral yes or no. The difference is as I've just said on those little kind of sentences, is the generator goes, yes, I want to do this. This feels good. I'll do it again tomorrow. The Manigen goes, yes, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do it that way, and I'm going to do it that way, and I'm going to change it, and I'm going to go there, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And it looks like utter chaos. But they build the momentum and they get to where they're meant to be going. Okay? Okay, so all three go into a gym. How do they actually kind of approach this if they are in alignment? Okay, so the projector's going to walk in the gym and they're going to go, I invite vitality, health and wellness, and then I'm going to feel into which movement I want to do today. So I invite it in, then I listen to myself and, okay, we're going to go on the rowing machine today. We're going to swim. We're going to do yoga. There is no consistency. It is just I'm in the gym right now. What do I feel like doing? I'm inviting vitality, health and wellness. What do I feel like doing? Where is that? Where am I feeling drawn to? Okay, and follow that. But then tomorrow, it's not a case of, oh, I need to repeat what I did yesterday. It's the same question. It's not, oh, yesterday I went into yoga, so therefore I've got to do yoga today. No, it is, I did yoga yesterday. I'm inviting vitality and wellness into my world. What do I feel like doing today? Oh, I feel like a 5K run. Let's do it. So the projector can kind of shift and move and just follow the feeling, okay? Generator, they're going to walk into the gym. As they walk into the gym, they're going to go, right, do I want to do weights? Is it weights or is it cardio? No. Let me just rewind. Yes or no answers. So giving options doesn't work. Do I feel like doing weights today? No. Do I feel like doing cardio today? Yes. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to stack on top of that and we're going to keep going. Okay? And the Manigen comes in and the Manigen goes, oh, that machine looks fun. I'm going to try that one. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to go do that class. Actually, while I'm here, I'm going to start a new plan. And that's the kind of different vibes of the three different entities as they walk in the gym. And I am sure almost that if you work out in a gym and you are at that point where you're at the entrance and you can see people coming in, I bet you can spot the Manigens absolutely straight away. And I would suspect you can spot the projectors because they're kind of in and out and they're walking around trying to decide which piece of kit feels right, you know? So it'd be interesting. I don't go to a kind of gym like that now, but you know, I'm thinking back and it would be interesting now with the knowledge that I've got to kind of step on that treadmill and watch everybody come up the stairs and see what everybody does. Okay, so how do we get started? Okay, so this is just another kind of tweak on that vibe. So projector, we haven't got a start button. We can't just go, you know, press the button and go, okay? We need to have the open channel. We need to be in the right frequency. We need to be aligned to the action that we're about to take, okay? Generators, again, they can't force the start button either. They need this thing to respond to, okay? So when they get given, so that's about questioning. Do I want to do weights? Yes, no. It's that yes, no question, okay? And the Manigen, they need something to respond to, and they need to be able to have a kind of fast and playful entry point, and that will get them started and then momentum builds from there. So I think that for me this week has lit me up. I'm like, oh God, yeah, just to understand the three differences, because I can see now where in my life, or where in the last year, 6 months or whatever, I've promised myself I'm going to go after a goal, and I've gone after it in a generator or a managing way. I haven't done the whole, I recognize this, I'm safe to invite it in. I haven't done that. I've just gone at it. So, you know, the old style goal setting and manifesting, you know, decide what you want. What are the steps? Go after it. No. That doesn't work for any of us. It might work for a manifester, just because I know that, you know, the manifestors are the initiators, blah, blah, blah. Like I say, it's not something that I've totally dug into, but I'm thinking in my head, that is probably a manifestor style way of doing it. You know, the generator, what is the goal? Okay, what are the repeatable steps that we need to take to get there? Okay, so the amount of times that over this last 3 months, 4 months, that I have told myself, I am going to row 15 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at lunch, 15 minutes at bedtime, in the evening. That is so I haven't I haven't like aligned myself. I haven't done anything like that. I've just decided that those are the steps I'm going to take. And that's kind of a generator vibe. Okay? Manifestor vibe. Again, I suppose there's a little bit of that, you know, the rowing machine, you know, I get excited for the idea of going on the rowing machine and what it's going to do and and then I get on it and then I don't want to do it and I want to do something else and I want to lift the weights and I want to, you know, it's I can just see how it's played